They wear sandals, fire rockets, and somehow defeated billion-dollar armies. But who exactly are the Houthis? And how did a small rebel group from the mountains of Yemen become one of the Middle East's most dangerous forces? This is not your average rebel story. This is pure chaos, and of course a sprinkle of religious rivalry and, well, a civil war. Yemen was already breaking apart, long before the world started paying attention. Before the Houthis showed up, Yemen was already on red-eye mode, poor, divided, and ruled by a man with the charisma of a cactus, President Ali Abdullah Saleh. Northern Yemen and southern Yemen were once two different countries, and guess what? They didn't like each other either. Then in 1990, Yemen unified, which in Middle Eastern terms usually means shit just got real. Now let's talk about the Houthis. Named after their leader, Hussein Badreddin al-Houthi, they came from a minority Muslim group called the Zaydis, Shiite Muslims who felt ignored, disrespected, and underrepresented in Yemen's new government. Imagine you show up to a party and everyone else gets cake except your entire tribe.
Oh my God! Even though they're from... Oh my God!
That's basically how the Zaydis felt. So, Hussein stood up and said, "You know what? Enough is enough. Let's start a movement." And because this is the Middle East, that movement involved guns. At first, the Houthis weren't that scary, more like angry students with slogans. They started a group called Ansar Allah, aka Supporters of God. But their main enemy wasn't just the Yemeni government, it was America, yes. Hussein Houthi accused the government of being puppets of the US and Saudi Arabia. They literally chanted "Death to America, death to Israel" in mosques. Talk about a catchy Sunday service. But it wasn't just shouting. By 2004, they picked up AK-47s and started a full-blown rebellion in the northern mountains. Yemeni President Saleh, remember the cactus guy, launched 6 wars to crush the Houthis, and it worked. Until it didn't. Now this is where things get messed up. After years of fighting the Houthis, President Saleh, yes, the cactus guy, later teamed up with them. That's like Batman joining forces with the Joker because the Penguin became too annoying. Why? Because Yemen's Arab Spring protests in 2011 made Saleh lose power. He wanted revenge on his rivals, so he gave the Houthis weapons, advice, and a backstage pass to the capital. In 2014, the Houthis shocked the world. They stormed the capital, Sana'a, and basically took over the country like it was a Black Friday sale. The government collapsed, the president fled, and the Houthis were now in charge. Not bad for a mountain militia in flip-flops. But Saudi Arabia wasn't laughing about this. In 2015, they launched a brutal bombing campaign to stop the Houthis. Along with a coalition that looked more confused than coordinated, they joined hands and they bombed the shit out of Yemen. Well, the summary of the campaign is that it failed to get the job done. Today, the Houthis are still standing. They've survived airstrikes, sanctions, and civil war. Oh, I almost forgot, and they now launch missiles at Saudi oil fields and even send drones toward Israel. People call them Iran's proxy army, but the truth is the Houthis have their own goals, their own beef, and their own signature chant that still includes, yep, death to America. Classic. And let's be honest, you have to respect the grind. From rebel nobodies to headline-grabbing power players, the Houthis have rewritten the rules of asymmetric warfare.